Good evening. We begin tonight celebrating Columbia's Jewish history through something that brings everyone together. That's food. Today, local authors released a book highlighting the untold story of Jewish Americans through recipes. News 19's Nate Stanley has the details.
A night of celebration outside historic Columbia's Siebel's house and garden. The evening centered around the release of a new Jewish cookbook titled Kugels and Collards. Author Rachel Burnett and her co-author Lissa Harvey wanted to teach people about South Carolina's Jewish history through the medium of food.
So we wanted to tell Columbia's Jewish history through food and the memory of food, recipes, and family.
As the executive director of the Jewish Historical Society, she studied Jewish American settlement in the Palmetto State, which dates back centuries.
Charleston, by 1800, had more Jews in Charleston than New York. So Jewish folks have always been a part of South Carolina's history. The first Jews appear about 1695. Columbia actually has a very deep and long Jewish history. Columbia's had 2 Jewish mayors back in the 1800s.
Robin Waits, the Historic Columbia executive director, says many of the stories they hear are verbal ones passed down from generation to generation.
We are a convener, I think, of conversations, but also a collector of stories, and then looking at ways to ensure that there are platforms for people to share these stories as well.
Barnett says that oral history is what helped create the great recipes that so many families now share with others.
These are families that were here, that people that we knew that we could reach out to across the state, that we would say, tell us the best thing your mother or your grandmother made. And what is the best memory you have about that? And tell us a little bit about your family's history.
She hopes people will realize how much of their family history is out there just waiting to be told.
And get those stories. Talk about it around the table. I think this is a great way to engage in family history.
In Columbia, Nate Stanley, News 19, WLTX.
And this weekend, the Jewish Historical Society of South Carolina will be hosting a Jewish History Conference. It begins tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. It's at the Capstone House here in Columbia.